What's up, guys and gals? Your host with the most, Griever, is always bringing you guys an extremely late review for Ayakashi Triangle Chapter 82. Thankfully, this chapter didn't have a whole lot going on. A little bit about Shirogane's past, and it was really cool to see Shirogane in full feline beast mode again. But it was all in the past and stuff. Nothing really super plot relevant happened. Just a little bit of backstory, a little bit more about Shirogane and about the principal of the school being, Ryo's grandmother and that kind of stuff, right? So, this chapter overall, not bad. It sort of happened accidentally. There wasn't a whole lot of yes, there was the Ichi stuff for the sake of Ichi stuff. It's if we get all bondagey and all like shameful, then Shirogane will berate us and that'll bring him back, sort of idea. So that type of logic happened, and it is what it is. But for the most part, I actually did kind of like the fact that there were other people who, as things were happening, as people, only not that long ago, maybe 50 odd years ago or so, as soon as that happened, Shirogane was still sitting on his throne, and times were a-changin'. The times, they were a-changin', bump-a-da-don't, harmonicas and banjos galore. So, the times are changing. Shirogane's not ready to abdicate his throne or anything. He said, let them talk, let them forget me, whatever, it's not a big deal. But it's it was a big deal, as we find out earlier in this series. Ayakashi having a belief system and stuff, people believing and fearing Ayakashi actually fuels a certain type of energy and blah, blah, blah. One thing I did like about this was that it was simply Ryo trying her best, and it just screwed up. She was trying to once again remove the gender swap jutsu. She was trying with another incense. This time, it didn't make Matsuri go to triple G-sized titties, but what it did do was it's starting to suck out Shirogane's essence and jutsu power himself, because as Ryo points out, she came up with a blend to erase Shirogane's jutsu, just in general. So with Shirogane being so close, it sort of fought him and stuff. So, and he gets very, very depressed about everything, saying to himself that he isn't good enough for a scolding. He wasn't able to, he wasn't able, everything backfired. He couldn't defeat the Jinyo, and that's true. Twice, remember. He failed to defeat the Jinyo the first time, and when transformed, sort of failed the second time, right? Humans sealed him away. His jutsu swap technique was actually managed to put two people closer together than ever. It's I just don't feel like me anymore. It's just been failure after failure after failure. I'm not even in my prime anymore. I think the times are over and that kind of idea. And it is kind of sad from Shirogane's perspective. And it is, of course, Shirogane, king of Ayakashi, is reminded that he is such a king by the principal of the school, by the grandmother of Ryo there, who is the little girl from 50, 60 years ago that went and heard Shirogane's voice and used to talk before the dam was built and destroyed her village and stuff. It's every day I went to the shrine and you kept me company. Your voice. She couldn't see him, but she could hear his voice, because she wasn't fully developed like an Ayakashi medium or anything, but she still had that spiritual awareness enough to clearly hear Shirogane's voice if she went to the shrine to talk to him. So she reminds him that you are a revered god. You are the king of the Ayakashi and stuff. So he comes back in the end of the chapter, and everybody's, of course, very happy because everybody's looking for him. Everybody. Actually, ironically, Shadow Mai is sort of absent. She shows up at the very end of the chapter, wondering what happened this chapter. But for the most part, Suzu and Ninakuru and Yayo, and they're all looking for him. They're all looking for him. Gym teacher, forget his name. They're all looking for him, going the kitty cat has disappeared. We must find him, sort of idea, right? And I did like the character moment that when Matsuri brings it up to Ninakuru basically says, listen, we're ninja. He's not that. That's not our job, sort of idea. It's actually more beneficial if Shirogane does disappear, given the history and stuff. And, or that's what's implied anyways. And Matsuri's sort of but he's sort of part of the group now, so I don't like that. You know what I mean? I think we gotta find him. And then they all start to find him and stuff. They kill him off a little too quickly, and Shirogane points that out. But they're all very happy that, of course, they're extremely happy that Shirogane has come back. And that's pretty much the end of the chapter. not anything else really happens. Kind of a short chapter, but once again, nothing super plot related. A little bit of Shirogane backstory. Now we know that the principal knows about Shirogane. Well, we already knew that she was involved in the Ayakashi world, but now we see her relation to Shirogane. So she's never going to be like the one to lay down the law, that kind of deal. So anyways, that's the chapter. What did you guys think? I know it's a very short review, but this week has been very, very full, full menu items for me. So hope you guys enjoyed the review and the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Now I got a tickle in my throat. God damn it. It's always when you go to record, these things happen. But anyways, fourth and most importantly, drink responsibly as always. And we will see you guys back here next time for Ayakashi Triangle, Chapter 83. Hopefully that one is a little earlier than this one came out, because this one might even be almost a whole week late by the time I get this recording done and out. So anyways, hope you guys have a good one. See ya.